So I'm going to start off using this aqua gel mask, and I'm going to rub that all over my face to moisturize. So I already put tape on my eyes, and now I'm going to use the MAC Painterly Paint Pot to prime my eyelids. So now I'm going to be using my Studio Makeup On The Go eyeshadow palette in Warm Up, and I'm going to be taking the creamy color, and I'm going to be putting that all over my lid to set the paint pot. So next I'm going to be using the same eyeshadow palette, but I'm going to be taking the light orangey shade, and I'm going to be putting that in my crease with a big fluffy brush. Next, I'm going to be taking another Studio On The Go eyeshadow palette, but this one is in Cool Down. Then I'm going to be taking a purple burgundy shade, and I'm going to be putting that on my inner and outer corner using the Luxie 229 taper blending brush. So to be blending that out, I'm going to be using the Mally brush that I used earlier. So now that I'm putting the eyeshadow in my inner corner, I'm going to connect it from my inner corner to my outer corner, creating a halo eye. So now in the palette Cooled Down, I'm going to be taking the pinky creamy shade, and I'm going to be putting that in the center of my lid where I didn't put that burgundy color. So I'm just going to go back and forth with the pinky shade and the burgundy shade until I get it how I like it. So I wanted to add a little bit more sparkle, so I'm going to be taking the color Dust out of my Naked 3 palette and also putting that in the center of my lid. So now I'm going to be taking the Bare Minerals Loose Pigment Eyeshadow in Chandelier, and I'm going to be putting that in the middle of my eyelid just for some more pop. Since it took me 5 hours to put my eyeliner on and my lashes, I just did it off camera, but the eyelashes I used were House of Lashes and Everlasting. Next, I primed my face with the Bare Minerals BB Primer in Fair, and I'm rubbing that all over my face. So next I took my Kat Von D foundation in Light 48, and I put that on the back of my hands, and I mixed it with my Josie Maran Argan Oil just to thin it out some. So I'm going to put dots of my foundation all over my face, and then I'm going to blend it out with a flat top brush. So next I put 20 pounds of the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in Fair underneath my eyes and on my forehead and on my nose and on my chin. So after I blended in my concealer with my beauty blender, I'm going to be taking my Airspun Loose Face Powder in Naturally Neutral, and I'm going to be using that to bake my skin. While that was setting, I filled in my eyebrows, and now I'm going to be using my brush to make that go away. So now to do my under eyes, I'm going to be taking that burgundy color that I used earlier and just putting it on. Then I'm going to be taking that creamy pink shade and I'm going to be putting that underneath my eyebrow And I think I'm putting it in my inner corner too. So then I'm going to be taking my IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara and I'm going to be putting that on my upper and lower eyelashes. So next I'm going to be taking my Cover FX Illuminating Setting Powder in medium, even though it's too dark for me, but it's okay. Next, I'm going to be using the MAC Studio Sculpt Defining Powder in Dark to bronze up my skin. Now that I finally found a brush, I'm going to be putting the bronzer on my cheekbones, on my forehead, on my nose, and on my double chin. Next, I'm going to be taking the Hoola Bronzer by Benefit, and I'm going to be using that to carve out my cheekbones, but I didn't really blend it, so don't look at it. Next, I'm going to be taking my Cargo Beach blush and Cable Beach, and I'm going to be putting that on the apples of my cheeks. So next, I'm going to be taking this Vintage Highlighter by Jessica LaBenchkind, and it is a illuminating face highlighter set in rose quartz and chocolate diamond, and I'm going to be mixing both of those colors together and putting them on the tops of my cheekbones. Next, I'm going to put on top of that the Becca Highlight and Moonstone, and to put both of those highlights on, I'm using the Crown brush and the SS017 Deluxe Highlighting Fan Brush. Next, for liquid lipstick, I'm going to be using the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick and Stepping Out. My mirror was in the way and I didn't really show you, but I'm pretty sure you know how to put on liquid lipstick. So then I'm all done. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I can't do that part. I feel dumb.